Welcome to Meet the Docs with your host, Grant Otten, brought to you by Columbus Community Hospital.
Hi, welcome to another edition of Meet the Docs, brought to you by the Columbus Community Hospital. I'm your host, Grant Otten from News Channel, Nebraska. I'm sitting down with my guest today, who is I gotta say it right, a certified psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner?
Yes.
Is that correct? Well, just to start off, Wendy, can you tell me a little bit about what your position involves?
I'm an adult psychiatric nurse practitioner, meaning I treat adults for any type of mental illness, be it depression, anxiety, bipolar, post-traumatic stress disorder, schizophrenia.
And getting into that field, that's got to be something obviously very specific that you want to do. So why did you get into this field to do this kind of stuff?
I get asked that a lot, and I'm not sure. In about 1970, we had a neighbor that there was something obviously different about her, and I was always curious. And in 1982, when I was in LPN school, I sat with a 17-year-old that had attempted suicide for 2 days. And I think that's probably when I decided that this is what I wanted to do with my life.
Well, when you talk about getting to where you're at now, what was the journey you took educationally to get here? Because you got to do a lot of different stuff to obviously get to this position.
I started as an LPN. At that time, I worked in substance abuse and with intellectual disabilities. I then became a diploma RN and worked some with forensic patients and basic mental health and inpatient and outpatient. And I got a bachelor's degree. At that time, I worked pretty much all mental health, or outpatient, excuse me. And I've been a nurse practitioner since 2007.
And you talk about mental health in Nebraska and even in communities like Columbus that maybe aren't as big as Lincoln and Omaha, maybe don't have as big of a focus. What are you seeing in the mental health field that is kind of hopefully improving, or where do you see that you can help out in this field?
Northeast Nebraska is underserved. Fortunately, there are more providers than there were 2 years ago, but there's still a huge need, and anything that someone can do to educate the public about the needs when they see a family member struggling, they don't understand what's wrong, directing them to either a counselor or a psychiatrist, psychiatric nurse practitioner, someplace for help is very important.
Well, when you look at kind of addressing the need that there is in the communities, if somebody thinks somebody maybe needs to come consult you or see you about an issue, or thinks maybe they have a family member that needs to come see you, you're in the Columbus community. How often are you around here?
1 day a week, every Wednesday, at the Visiting Physicians Clinic.
So what do people need to do to get a hold of you? Reasons people should get in contact with you?
Like I say, please call someone, myself or another provider, if you have no enjoyment in life, have mood swings that are affecting your family life, your work life, unusual thinking that seems hard to understand or that other people don't understand. To schedule an appointment with me, you call Plaza West Psychiatrist in Lincoln, and they make appointments for me for all of my clinics.
Talking about the Visiting Physicians Clinic, it's a new building, and it's obviously a nice building. How has it been operating and working out of there?
It's been very good. Fortunately, in my field, we don't require much, and the staff has been exceptional in making sure that I have anything that I do need.
Well, Wendy, thank you for sitting down with me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in to another edition of Meet the Docs, brought to you and sponsored by the Columbus Community Hospital. I've been your host, Grant Otten. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.